How's it going? Sorry, I clicked something wrong. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm having a tough day myself. I couldn't sleep last night. About once or twice a week, I just can't sleep. And so I'm tossing and turning all night. And then I'm exhausted all day, and I got like pain everywhere, and old, tired. And I wasn't hungry until like 3 o'clock, so I had a banana. And my dogs were like being annoying all day, which is unfortunate. Usually Karen handles some of that, but she's not here, and I miss Karen. It's a tough day for me today. Anyway, we'll have 2 or 3 tournaments today. We're gonna start with a 5-minute tournament. Thanks X3M1ST for $15.99. That's a lot of bits. Thank you. And thanks Jay Bursty for subbing. And then here's the links to join the tournament if you want to play. It's a 5-round, 5-minute tournament. Starts in about 6 minutes. Yay, we have a train. Thanks, Raj B, for subbing. 1 for each time I cheated. Terrible. Basically, Magnus typically, when he talks about chess, is correct. So typically, if Magnus says something, that's a good idea to follow it. And then typically, I'm not a fan of Hans Niemann because I've known him his whole life since he was about 11. I guess he had a life before that. And I guess he's okay now as a person. He just wasn't a nice kid. He was a very annoying kid. But anyway, but Magnus is too close to the sun here. So I found the smartest person to listen to is Karen. And Karen has been adamant the whole time that although Hans cheated online and obviously cheated more than he said he did, cheating in real life is different. Cheating at the Sinkfield Cup is different than cheating in real life at other tournaments. It's very difficult to do. And if you get caught, you're done. So if you were playing in your first Super GM tournament that was slow chess and you cheated and you got caught, your career's over at 19. And cheating in real life is very difficult, especially when they have measures and people suspect you and they have international arbiters and they have Ken Regan on it. And all the games are on video. You can see video of the players at all times. It's very difficult to cheat in real life and not get caught. And it's more difficult to cheat at a GM round robin like the Sinkfield Cup. And there's no evidence that he's cheated in real life. There's a lot of evidence he cheated online. Some of the evidence is he acknowledged that he did. That's some of the evidence. And in my opinion, and probably chess.com and Elite Chess know the answer to this. This is just my opinion. They probably have data. In my opinion, 20% of people have cheated online, and the only way Magnus is going to avoid playing cheaters is to quit chess. If Magnus plays in tournaments over the next few years, he's going to play people who have cheated online. Sorry. And to make a statement, I'm going to avoid playing cheaters, and then to play 2 Title Tuesdays in the same day. God damn. It's almost 100% somebody cheated against him today. Almost 100%. If you talk to Matt Larson, it's more than 100%. Matt Larson estimates when he used to play in Title Tuesday, he'd play 3 or 4 cheaters a tournament out of 11 rounds. That was his estimate. He says he never thought he played a Title Tuesday where he played nobody who cheated. He thinks it never happened. So it's weird to say, I'm avoiding playing cheaters. Now I'm going to play in 22 rounds of Title Tuesday. I mean, that's the biggest cheating tournament there is. Unless Arena Kings gets more cheating. I don't know if Arena Kings on Wednesdays or Title Tuesday gets more cheaters. I don't know. I guess whichever one has more players. So, I mean, Hans did not cheat in the Sinquefield Cup. He just didn't. The game doesn't look like he did. It's really hard to do, and it's stupid to do. Hans cheated a lot online because that's easy to do. Everybody's doing that. Tens of thousands of people are cheating online right now. And 6 people a year cheat in slow chess and get caught, or we don't know about it. So saying that one leads to the other is incorrect. One everybody does, and one nobody does. And to say he did it in the Sinquefield Cup is ridiculous. And that's the only reason Magnus would have to make these statements, is that Hans cheated against him in the Sinquefield Cup. Because before that, Magnus said nothing, and Magnus played against him in Miami, and everybody played him. And after the game with Magnus, everybody in the tournament played Hans. Caruana and Wesley So and so forth. Jan Nepo. So Magnus should apologize and say, I went out of bounds here. He cheated a lot online. Maybe he didn't cheat against me, so I'm sorry. And then life goes on. He can still refuse to play him, but saying he cheated in the Sinquefield Cup is absurd, because he didn't. And the other players don't think he did. So it's terrible. Wow, the train ended really quickly. That's even worse. If you told me a year ago I would be settling a dispute between Hans and Magnus, and I would be saying Magnus is wrong, God damn, I wouldn't believe you. Because I want Magnus to be right. Because I know both people, and Magnus is a nicer person, but here he's just wrong. And he let his emotions take him away. And if anybody else did this, if I did this, if I was Hans is a cheater and I played him and he cheated, I'd get in a lot of trouble. FIDE would sanction me. I'd be banned from the internet. People would say you're ruining Hans' career. But Magnus has built up a lot of goodwill over the years. So they're giving him a break for accusing a guy of cheating with no evidence. And the gawking rabble, which is you, is falling for it. You're like, well, Magnus said he cheated. That's good enough for me. And then about 30% of you believe nonsense. There's these videos that prove Hans was cheating. That's all nonsense, right? If I spin my phone like this, that makes it more likely Hans cheated than those videos you're watching. And if Raj is here, and Raj is here, and if Trying to Learn is here, and Trying to Learn is here, they will agree. Those videos are absurd. There's no methodology. They're random people. They don't know anything about cheating. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. And they're like, look at this evidence. Hans played 10 games at 100%. No, he didn't. That's all nonsense. It's nonsense. None of that stuff is true. None of that stuff in the videos makes any sense. But you guys fall for it. You're like, oh, there was a video made by some unknown person saying Hans played 100% every game, so he cheats all the time. It's nonsense. Yeah. Right, it's just Hans cheated online probably more than he said he did. And as far as I can tell, and I like to call people out for cheating, you know me. You know me. He hasn't cheated in real life. Now, he may have cheated in real life. I could be wrong. I wouldn't be shocked. In fact, I think it's probably more than 50-50 he's cheated once in real life. Although I could be wrong. Could be he didn't. But he didn't cheat at the Sinquefield Cup. He just didn't. And if he did cheat at the Sinquefield Cup, and the super GMs who are backing Magnus, which they're not, but Tarjay says they are, because Tarjay's got to say something. Would they have played him? Would you play Hans if he was a cheater and Magnus withdrew, and you knew if you didn't play him and accused him, people would believe you? Okay, after Magnus withdrew, if Wesley So and Nepo and Fabi thought Hans was cheating, and they said, we're not playing Hans. Hans is a cheater. They wouldn't get in trouble. They'd be like, yeah, that's what Magnus said. Yeah, they're all saying it. All the 2750 pluses are saying it. It's got to be true. Instead, they all just played him because they know he was not cheating, and they said so. They said that game wasn't suspicious. So the arbiters are there. Everybody's there. That game was not suspicious that he beat Magnus. Now, his online games from 5 years ago, those are suspicious. I'm not saying that Hans hasn't cheated. I'm saying Hans didn't cheat in the Sinkfield Cup. And I don't think any super GM except Magnus says Hans cheated in the Sinkfield Cup. I think all the super GMs of the Sinkfield Cup think he didn't cheat against Magnus. But they think he cheated in other things, which, I do too. Thanks, Dimebag. But the problem is you have a percentage of people who are going to believe Magnus no matter what he says, which is reasonable. Magnus is very reasonable. So when Magnus says somebody cheated, you sit up at attention because Magnus doesn't do that. It's just Magnus is wrong this time, and he's wrong because he's emotional about it, and he lost, and he was white, and he suspected there might be cheating, and he played a bad game. He played a bad game because he was thinking his opponent might be cheating while he was playing the game. That made him play worse. Anyway, normally when I make big pronouncements, everybody hates me, everybody says I'm an idiot, and then at some point in the future, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months later, they're like, yeah, I guess Ben was right. Because I am right. Hans didn't cheat against Magnus in the Sinkfield Cup, and Magnus should apologize. It's very simple. And Hans cheated a lot online. Hans said he cheated twice. I don't believe that. And cheating online is easy. I could almost cheat online. I can't because I wouldn't know how. But I could be taught how to cheat online. But I couldn't cheat in real life. No way. Oh, it's my move. As you can see, I don't cheat because I always have worse positions against really low-rated players, and I never know whose turn it is, and I'm always in time trouble, and I move pieces, and I move them back, and I'm like, ah! So you can see that I never cheat because I play so stupidly. I mean, I play like an old man who's confused, and there's a reason for that. But in this instance, I'm right, and Magnus should apologize, and that's why, let me explain something to you guys. When you're famous and you're rich and you're well known because you're famous and you're a celebrity, you have to have people. You need people. If you don't have people, you say crazy, weird, nonsense crap. You need people. It doesn't matter if you're rich and famous and you're a celebrity and you're talking trash a lot, and you're on Twitter and you're on Facebook and you're talking to the media, you need people. And those people got to tell you to shut the fuck up. That's what those people do. And in this instance, Magnus's people, they failed him. They're like, Magnus is Magnus. If he says Hans cheated, I guess he's right. If I was one of his people, if I was one of his entourage, I wouldn't be a yes man. I'd be like, look, he didn't cheat. He's cheated in the past. You played badly that game. Move on. Don't play him if you don't want to play him. But don't say he cheated in a game where he didn't cheat. He needs people. He needs people to tell him that. You know how crazy rich, famous people are who don't have people? Do you know how crazy they are? God damn. Elon Musk. Jesus Christ. You got to have people. And if Magnus does have people, his people failed him. Letting him make this statement where he says that Hans cheated when he didn't. And there's no evidence he cheated. He says, oh, he wasn't nervous at nervous points in the game. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Maybe he is kidding me. Him not wanting to play Hans is fine. I don't begrudge him for that. Him saying Hans cheated online more than he said he did, I agree with that too. But saying he cheated in the Sinkfield Cup, that just didn't happen. And other super GMs don't think it happened either. They don't think Hans cheated against Magnus in the Sinkfield Cup. The gawking rabble think that because Magnus said so. But the super GMs in the Sinquefield Cup don't think that. The arbiters don't think that. The assistant arbiters don't think that. The sponsors don't think that. The organizers don't think that. Ken Regan, who's their guru, doesn't think that. Nobody thinks it but Magnus and Magnus's followers because he told them to. And I'm not a Hans guy. I'm not a Hans fan. But Hans didn't cheat against him in the Sinquefield Cup. That's just the truth. Truth hurts. Okay, another truth is I'm going to lose on time. So let me, something. Got to play a little faster, I guess, and so forth. But yeah, Hans didn't cheat that game, and Hans has cheated in the past. I don't know if he's cheated in slow chess. Cheating in slow chess, you can get caught doing that. If you get caught cheating on chess.com, punishment is chess.com waves their finger at you and says, don't do that. Then if you do it again, then they kick you out. And that's it. If you cheat in the Sinquefield Cup or other tournaments and you're caught, you're done, son. You're out. That's the end of you. Your chess career is over. So it's much harder to do. It's much riskier to do. And based on the evidence, he didn't do it. He didn't cheat. That's not to say he hasn't cheated in online games and other games. I'm saying he didn't cheat against Magnus in that one game, which Magnus is claiming. Also, I'm not cheating here. Yes, I needed that because I have 20 seconds. Yeah, I got the prize for not cheating. I mean, I say a lot of silly stuff on Twitter because that gets me, that's content. People follow me. But Magnus is wrong and he should apologize. And he needs people to tell him he's wrong. He needs people to tell him Hans is a cheater. Hans cheats online. We don't like Hans. But he didn't cheat in the Sinquefield Cup, dude. You can't lose to him, withdraw, and say he cheated in the Sinquefield Cup. That didn't happen. And there's no evidence it happened. It's just Magnus said it happened. And he didn't provide any evidence. It's ridiculous. And no super grandmaster thinks Hans cheated in the Sinquefield Cup. And they all think he's cheated a lot online. A lot of people have cheated online and don't cheat in real life. Oh yeah, it's Magnus's game. I forgot. I think that is Magnus, right? This picture? Is that Magnus? I think so. I've won like 3 games like this. Yeah, and also saying Hans is a cheater. Hans cheated in online chess when he was like underage. And has Hans cheated in the last 2 years? Online? Probably. I don't know. And to say somebody who's cheated online is cheating in the Sinquefield Cup is a huge leap. It's not for a lot of people. A lot of internet people, they're just saying he's a cheater. He cheated once. So he cheats on his taxes. He cheats on his girlfriend. He's a cheater. Like, it's all one thing to them. Thanks, Mark, for gifting a sub. Also, you guys get discounts for gifting subs now and subbing because it's September. And the voice of reason is Karen. Karen's like, everybody cheats online. And I'm like, yep. And nobody cheats at the Sinquefield Cup. And I'm like, yeah. And she said, there's no evidence to cheat at the Sinquefield Cup. And I'm like, yeah. And nobody thinks he cheats except Magnus. Obviously, Magnus's, legions of fans just believe him. And people who make these fake videos, which are nonsense, proving Hans cheats a lot, those are just nonsense. If you knew how nonsense they were, you'd be ashamed of yourself. We need Trying to Learn and Raj here to back me up that they're nonsense. They mean nothing. I told you spinning my phone gives you more information. All the videos online, let's look at all of Hans's games. Let's analyze every move. That's ridiculous. You can't be more ridiculous than that. I've never been so mad. Yeah. Right. Well, some of them are jokes too. Right. Christian and Fabi made a video. It was really interesting because I like watching Fabi analyze chess, but it has no value in deciding whether Hans cheated or not, which Fabi said like 80 times. Fabi's like, I don't know. This doesn't prove anything. We're just looking at the games. I'll tell you what it proves. It proves what his rating is. Hans played in slow tournaments. Those tournaments were rated, and now Hans has a rating. Then Hans played in more slow tournaments, and those tournaments were rated, and Hans has a new rating. So guess what? Whatever Hans's rating is, that's how he played in those games. Impossible to prove he cheated. Impossible. Impossible. Now, if you're friends with Hans, and Hans is 1400 strength, and he plays at your local chess club, and he's 1400, and then over the next year, he becomes 2700 because he's playing like a 2700, then you know something funny happened. He didn't go from 1400 to 2700 like that, son. But looking at his games just shows what his rating is. The results of his games will give him a new rating. So whatever his rating is, that's shown in the games. So when he wins games, his rating goes up. When he loses games, his rating goes down. And when he draws, it depends. All you're going to find out by looking at his games is what his rating is. His rating is like 2680 FIDE. That's how he plays. If he played 2780 FIDE, his rating would be higher. It's not. So there's nothing suspicious about that. And a lot of people use another argument that's wrong, which is he got good too quickly. You know who got good that quickly? Magnus. But what they don't realize is all Hans does is play in rated tournaments. So he gained a lot of rating points over 10 million tournament games. Even though you take the amount of time, that doesn't matter. If a super GM plays 50 games a year, which is about right, they play 100 games in 2 years. Hans played like 300 games in 2 years. Hans is just going tournament to tournament. Hans isn't like playing and then studying for 2 months and then playing. Hans is just going from one tournament to the next. So he's not gaining 50 rating points a tournament. He's gaining 10 or 20, and he's playing in 1 million tournaments. So gaining 200 points is easy. You play in 20 tournaments, you gain 10 points each. He plays 20 tournaments in 2 years. Most people play 20 tournaments in like 6 years, but he was just playing a lot. So nothing he did is suspicious. The only reason people accuse him is, number one, he cheated online, which is everybody. More people cheat online than you know, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. But I know more than you do. I promise you I know more than you do. I'm not allowed to talk about it, but I know more than you do. And a lot of people are cheating online. Okay? And very few of those people are cheating in real life. And the reason is it's much more difficult and the punishment is much worse. If Hans was cheating at the Singfield Cup and he had acknowledged it or they proved it, he's done. If he cheats on chess.com, they're like, hey, don't cheat on chess.com. And they shake their finger at him like Mutombo, although he does it better than I do. Okay, and then they let him do it again. Then he cheats again. They're like, oh, you cheated again. Now you're in even more trouble. Now Hans can't play on chess.com. Ooh, okay. And saying he cheated on chess.com, therefore he cheated in real life, means there's thousands of people who cheated in real life, if you believe that. If you believe that. They're closing hundreds and thousands of accounts a month on chess.com because everybody cheats online because it's easy. And they don't think they'll get caught. If you cheat in real life, you're like, yeah, maybe I'll get caught. If you cheat online, you figure like, I'm sitting here, there's nobody here, who's going to catch me? So all the evidence is nonsense. And Hans did not cheat in the Sinquefield Cup, and Magnus should apologize. And that's the truth. You don't want to hear the truth, don't come to the park. I have spoken. I'm the first guy to call out cheating, and in this instance, Hans did not cheat in the Sinquefield Cup. And other super GMs agree. They don't think he cheated in the Sinquefield Cup either. The end. Wes is correct. If you're doing a podcast and you're trying to find out whether somebody cheated, if you're Hikaru doing your stream, you have a bias that you want them to be cheating. I'm supposed to give you a 2-hour podcast and say, yeah, nobody's cheating, everybody's innocent. That's why a lot of research is fudged. My first wife has a PhD in clinical psychology. A lot of research is we need a result. So we're going to investigate this, and it better not be nothing. It better be something's happening. And so that's why you want to do a double-blind study. If you don't do double-blind studies, the results are just ridiculous. By the way, Christian's not a super grandmaster. Kurilla's like me. Kurilla's better than me, but he's like me. Okay? And I'm talking specifically about Hans's game with Magnus. I'm not talking about Hans playing 3 years ago in the St. Louis Invitational against Christopher Yu. I'm not talking about that. That game already happened. If Magnus was 1,000% sure that Hans has been cheating for 2 or 3 years in real life, then Magnus shouldn't have played him. He shouldn't play him and lose and then says he's been cheating for years. That doesn't make any sense. He quit because he thinks Hans cheated against him in the Sinquefield Cup. That's why he quit. So to say that Hans cheated 3 years ago in some GM round robin, that's not relevant to what Magnus is saying. Magnus is saying, he cheated against me in the Sinquefield Cup. I'm not playing him. That's what Magnus is saying. It's not true. The other stuff Magnus said was true, but that's not true. I'm just telling you what the facts are. You guys just believe the hype. You believe absurd videos, which are absurd. All those videos are absurd. They all are. They prove nothing. And saying somebody cheated when they were 16 years old on the internet means they cheated in the Sinquefield Cup 3 years later. That's also absurd. It's just hype. It's a witch hunt. Where's Trump? Anyway, for the first time in chess history, I'm right and Magnus is wrong. It's got to happen once. And hopefully Magnus has people that can calm him the fuck down and say, look, dude, that game you played Hans, he didn't cheat. Don't be telling me somebody outplayed you and they weren't nervous, so now you're ending their chess career. Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. And I'm not a Hans fan, and I'm not a fan of cheating, and I call out cheating. I call out cheating when nobody else does. I don't care if I get in trouble. I don't like cheating. And cheating in the Sinquefield Cup, that's the worst kind of cheating. That's the worst. There's world ranking involved. There's the sponsors are paying. I think the Sinquefield Cup costs Rex about $500,000 for all the expenses, for the prize money, the airfares, the hotels, the arbiters, other expenses. I think it's about $500,000. If a guy's putting up $500,000 to have me play in his chess tournament, you don't cheat in it against the world champion. You don't do that. And saying like Hans is a bad person, therefore he's cheating in the Sinquefield Cup. No. Hans is a bad person. Okay. I'm not a Hans fan, but he's not cheating in the Sinquefield Cup, and there's no evidence he did. QGD. I say that now instead of QED because I'm being cute. Anyway, I'm right. These things are recorded. They're on YouTube forever. At some point, Magnus is going to be like, you know what? Sorry, man. Sorry, bro. You are a cheater. I don't like you, but you didn't cheat against me in the Sinkfield Cup. That's what's going to happen eventually. He's going to come to his senses eventually. Because you feel bad when you accuse somebody of cheating and then you realize, yeah, maybe they didn't. Anyway, I need my people here to back me up. Rex doesn't lose the money. He's spending the money on something that he enjoys. U.S. Championship costs... the U.S. Championship, U.S. Women's Championship also costs about $500,000. There's a lot of prizes in those. There's a lot of hotels. There's a lot of airfares. There's a lot of food. There's a lot of alcohol. There's a lot of arbiters. There's rating fees. There's what do you call those fees? Promotional fees to get advertisement for the tournament. You have to have a lot of staff. About $500,000 for the U.S. Championship, U.S. Women's Championship, and Sinkfield Cup, each one. Cheating on chess.com and cheating at the Sinkfield Cup, that's not the same ballpark. That's not the same fucking sport. Yes, Pulp Fiction reference. My mother did cheat online. Would you give me a foot massage? I feel a little tired. I could use a foot massage right about now. Fuck you. The holiest of holies. That's right. I think fast, and I'll be there 9 minutes and 38 seconds later. Is it my turn? Damn, I never know when it's my turn. I'm the world's worst cheater. I don't know what's going on. I'm just sitting here confused. But I do have the two bishops. God, my jaw. Sweating. Sick. Head hurts. Old. Tired. Hey Siri, how are the Braves doing?
The Braves are leading.
Oh, they're up 4-2? They were down 2-0 when I left. Good, good. I could have played Rook B2. Probably should have. Okay, well, that's why pencils have erasers. Do I take the rook or do I sack the exchange? And taking the rook is correct, but always sack the exchange. Oh, he didn't defend his rook with queen c1. Okay, well, then I'll take the rook. 1891, he doesn't play queen c1? That's pretty bad to not defend your rook. If he was like 1291, I'd give him a break, but 1891, he should play queen c1. He's proving he's not cheating. Also, another thing of note is Magnus has gone crazy lately. I'm not defending my title. Hans Niemann is cheating. What? I'm playing double title Tuesday on chess.com? Well, what's going on with Magnus? Magnus plays 2 chess.coms in the same day? Or 2 title Tuesdays? What the hell? He's cracking up. He's lost it. Mm-hmm. He didn't get 7 blacks in a row. He got 7 blacks in 11 games, he said. 7 blacks in a row, that is suspicious. Just because Magnus has gone crazy doesn't mean he's not right. He could still be right. No, it is weird to have 7 blacks and 4 whites. I mean, Magnus is right if that's the case. I don't think Magnus would say it if it wasn't true. It's a factual, you either had 7 blacks or you didn't. He was kidding about being mad about it, but he wanted to point that out. Also, recently, I've started to really like this song, Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead. I was telling Magnus, I said, Magnus, I love this song, Plastic Trees by Radiohead. He said, Ben, fake plastic trees. And I was like, oh. I couldn't believe Magnus would diss me like that. Let's see, did I lose on time yet? No? Okay. Mm-hmm. 35 seconds? Worse things have happened to me. Hooray for Ben. Thanks, Giannis Konomo, and trying to learn, and Giannis again. Thanks, Giannis. Actually, one of the lines in the song, Raj, is a Chinese green plastic watering can, I think. That's actually one of the lines in the song. He talks about a plastic watering can. Thanks, Giannis. Yeah, Giannis keeps giving 100 cents to dudes. Go, Giannis. Oh, thanks, Infinite Potato. Thanks, Giannis. I have a friend named Giannis, but he's Latvian, so he spells it Janis. But he's a guy. So they like to say Janus, but it's Giannis. It's not the Greek Giannis like, you guys. Yeah, I got 2,000 more followers in one day, yeah. All right, I'll play C4. I wonder if I'll play F5. I guess we'll find out. Probably play knight F6. Transposing to what he knows. Oh, what is that? That's interesting. Yay, thanks, Giannis. Who plays 43%? No, he didn't play 43% accuracy. He played 43% engine moves. You don't mix your metaphors. Ooh, nice Greek gift joke, Raj. Looks like I'm on Chess TV early. What do I think about Hans working with Delugi? I don't think anything of it. It's not something I think about. Yeah, it's all like a witch hunt and it's all stupid. It's just stupid. Why are you so stupid? I mean, Magnus needs to apologize. What should Hans do next? I don't know. Play chess. He's playing in the U.S. Championship next week. He addressed it. He did a 30-minute interview in St. Louis and said, frankly, ridiculous. That's what he did. What else do we want him to do? Magnus is an idiot in this instance. There's nothing to do. Thanks, Impalo, for gifting 2 subs. I can't believe I played Bishop G6 check thinking I had to win the knight when I could just take the knight. Damn. It's not that my move is bad. It's just that my move is nonsensical. Like, my move wins just like queen takes wins, but I mean, queen takes wins just won immediately. This is just like I wasted a check. Jesus Christ. I'm so dumb. Yeah. Oh, he didn't play bishop takes c3. It's weird. I don't feel well. Probably like defending Hans is making me all sick. Because it's against everything I believe in. Queen takes for the crowd. And the crowd does have rights. Why win easily when you can win with difficulty? The position's still terrible for him. Yeah, I think he's just getting sliced and diced. We'll just d5 and the game's over. He's getting sliced and diced here. Yeah. I got 2 points for beating D Blindbugger? All right. Cool. Sacking my queen for nothing, proving I wasn't cheating. No, obviously, Magnus' statement is absurd. He wasn't nervous when the game was tense. Ridiculous statement. Then he's like, I want permission for Neiman to stay stuff. Also ridiculous. What? No, it's a ridiculous statement. Magnus gone nuts. That was a nutty statement. And then playing one move and resigning is nutty. Just don't play. Don't play knight f6, then resign. You're just ruining the tournament for everybody else. Trying to do commentary on the tournament, not me, Tanya and Peter, and then like Magnus resigns on move 1. No, Magnus just went nuts. Magnus is so convinced Hans is cheating, it made him insane. And before this, Magnus was pretty sane. But I calls them like I sees them. That's how I see it. Magnus needs to apologize and stop acting like a little bitch. Because he's acting like a little bitch. Although he's pretty big, but, you know. Big bitch isn't, not so funny. What percentage of world champions have been insane? All of them. Very good life in a northern town. Good reference. Gold member. Hockey is a sport. No. No. Yay, debugger 2B. Thank you. Where's trying to learn and Raj to tell me I'm right about everything? That's all I care about is what those two guys say. I demand satisfaction. I can get no da-da-da. There's so many Reddit threads about me. Hooray. I almost know what a Reddit thread is. You were right about everything as per my texts. I wonder if somebody's mom was mentioned in your texts. As per usual. Yay, go Greece. Oh, it's my turn? 2479? What? And he lost the game? 2479? What are you doing in my tournament? It's my tournament. Don't come my tournament. I'm supposed to win this tournament. 2479. God damn. That's the highest rating I've ever seen ever. All right, I got to stop talking to you guys because this guy has a real rating. No, this is a 5-minute game. I thought it was 3-minute for some reason because my opponent has 3 points. I'm smart. All my moves are bad. All my shootings be drive-bys. Thanks, 18GG. That move I didn't see. Darn. It's too obvious. Yay, I win. I was waiting for him to oppose rooks. Yeah, I gained 5 rating points in the tournament. Bonarici got second. God damn. Can I explain the endgame maneuver? Yeah, I was trying to win on time. Thanks, Seth Magic, for gifting a sub. Did I win the game or did somebody else win the game? Did you guys win the game? Terrible. Questioning my fine play. How did I win that? I won on the board and I won on the clock. That's how I won. Felix Frias subscribed. Hooray. Internet police. 10 centidues. If I open on 2 tabs, do I get 2 views? Well, you're the police. I don't know. I don't know. I might have had bishop h6. That game was 95 moves, so I needed very specific instructions. Yay, it's Karen. Hey, Karen, I beat D Blindbugger in a 24-70 in a tournament I had. So I've gained 5 rating points this stream. 27-33. You'd have been proud of me the way I explained how Hans didn't cheat to the gawking rabble. Yeah, and they were like, excuse me, we're gawking rabble? We believe it, Magnus. Man, my teeth. It's not my teeth, it's my my jaw. Normally, Karen can just knock it into place when she's here, but she's not here. Yeah, I mean, his evidence was nobody can outplay me with black, and he wasn't tense when he should have been. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, I grow up, dude. Jesus Christ. You played a bad game. Take the L, go to the next game. Don't withdraw like a baby. Even if Hans did cheat, you don't withdraw like a baby. That's what babies do. Why don't FIDE step in and end the BS? That's correct. No, Hans didn't cheat in the Sinkfield Cup. There's no evidence he did, and it's hard to cheat in real life. It's silly to think he cheated in the Sinkfield Cup. Magnus is the only one who thinks that, plus his legions of fans, which is everybody, basically. Wes, 200 centidues. Ben for president. Hooray. If you vote for me as president, I promise Perrier for everybody. That's my only that's it. That's all I can give you. I'm going to raise your taxes. I'm going to do everything is going to be worse for you, but you're going to have Perrier. I guarantee it. Perrier for everybody. Yeah. No, none of that. No. That's not my platform, LaCroix. Perrier. No Sprite. No. Yeah. Perrier socialism. Yeah. Hikaru just believes whatever he's told to believe by how much money he can make. If he can make more money believing Magnus, he'll do that. Tomorrow he'll believe Hans. He doesn't care. He doesn't have his own thoughts about stuff. He just says nonsense. Somebody makes a fake video and he says, oh, that's good evidence. No, I mean, it's like watching a small child do a stream. Very good Simpsons reference. UNC fanatic. Yay, it's Giannis. Go Giannis. Look, here's what happened. Let me explain what happened. I explained it before, but now I'm going to explain it again. You guys like repetition. Magnus said, I don't want to play people who have cheated in the past because who knows what they'll do in the future. That's what Magnus said. And then he said, and now, excuse me, I'm going to go play in 2 consecutive Title Tuesdays on the same day. Does that sound like a man who doesn't want to play cheaters? Ish don't think so. God damn, 2 Title Tuesdays in the same day. Now that's some cheaters he's playing. God damn. Man, in the second, I don't know what happened in the first Title Tuesday. The second Title Tuesday, Magnus tied for second and got 5th on tie breaks. God damn. Man, tough tournament. Thanks to the entire internet for 5 subs. Yeah, no one would ever cheat in Title Tuesday. Are you fucking kidding me? You don't want to play cheaters and you played in 2 Title Tuesdays? Why do you think I don't play in Title Tuesday and Arena Kings? Because everybody I play is a cheater. Are you kidding me? God damn. Yeah, if only Gata was there to explain to Magnus how many people are cheating in Title Tuesday. You cheated in Diablo 2. You're banned from my stream. Yeah, was he going to play in Arena Kings tomorrow? He's trying to avoid cheaters? Jesus Christ. He only wants to play cheaters. That's why he withdrew from the Sinkfield Cup. Maybe. Anyway, I expect Magnus will apologize and everything will be hunky-dory. I mean, obviously he'll never apologize. But. There are some draws when cheaters play each other in online tournaments. It happens all the time. Yeah, Giannis, 1,000 centimeters. I have to learn how to pronounce your name. Giannis Oikonomo? Giannis Oikonomo? Yeah, there's an I there, though. I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's call you Giannis. There's good chances of Magnus apologizing to me. I'm not sure what he'd apologize for, but there's good chances of it. Hey, you guys did a good job buying chess up. They sold some chess ups. Those are good. Those are good Christmas gifts or something. Some holiday I never heard of. Exactly, the entire internet. Now you're making sense. Magnus on the future, probably. Diagnosis? Pain. Oh, that's prediction. Darn. Go chess up. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't feel like playing any more chess. I don't feel good. I feel weird. Like, I guess like when people are on drugs, they feel like this. I'm just not on drugs and I feel like it. I showed you guys. That's why I hung that pawn. Ooh, have a beer? We do have beer here. Yeah, I'm like really sweaty and I'm sweaty. I take lots of medication. I don't think anybody takes more medication than me. Well, okay, maybe Trump. But I mean normal prescribed medication. Not, Trump's just, abusing drugs. That's right. I'm cuckoo for crack. Do I have sweaty balls? That's a question for Karen. Thanks, Giannis. Getting swifty in here. I feel okay. I mean, I won my games. I don't feel like horrible. I don't feel like myself. It was hard to sleep last night. This is very weird. Normally, I get notified, I don't know, twice an hour that something on Twitter happened. And I was getting notified 40 times a minute. And I still am. So, I mean, I got 2,000 followers in 24 hours, and I had like 7,000 people like stuff that I said. And I was always getting notified of it. And I was looking and seeing who was dissing me. And if you read my Twitter, I don't know if you did, some of you did, I pointed out I got a DM. I get a lot of weird DMs. They're like porn DMs. I don't understand Twitter porn DMs, but okay, whatever. I got a DM, and the guy said that I should hang myself, and then he had some other suggestions, thank you, Giannis, that didn't make any sense if I hang myself. He's like, you should hang yourself. Then he had like some other stuff I should do. Like, you said this and you're an idiot. And I'm like, I mean, what's the point of saying other stuff? So I reported him, to Twitter. And then he didn't tell me if I should use the anal beads for the hanging myself, like, and what way I should use them too. So I was upset about that. Yeah. Go Panda Chess Academy. Queen's Gambit and Cheater Paranoia is the best thing to happen in my stream. The tooth hurts. Best thing that happened in my stream was Tombstone. Maybe. Thanks, Giannis. I can't ever leave the stream if Giannis is here. Giannis is like, let me give you 100 10 times in a row. Now I'm going to give you 1,000 10 times in a row. Who knows what he's going to do next? Now, Giannis, I don't know if your favorite color is red or blue, but if your favorite color is red, 10,000 centidues. If your favorite color is blue, 5,000 centidues. If you like those colors. Because then this shiny thing happens that spins. It's pretty awesome. And the 100,000 one, that's an ugly color. It's a very ugly yellowish color. It's terrible. The 100,000 centidue donation, which I got once, is ugly. Don't do that. Terrible. I like the 10,000 one because I like the red spinning thing better. But, yeah. Panathinaikos is green. What? I'm sorry about my pronunciation. No, don't donate 100,000 bits, Bach. It's ugly. Just do 10,000 10 times. Beautiful. Or do 10,000 and 5,000. Also good. Ben has a Twitter. My Twitter has 20,000 followers now. Go Twitter. Where's Spencer? I don't know where Spencer is. He's probably at his apartment. Vincent Kamer liked one of my tweets. I liked one of the tweets. I responded from Gukesh, and he liked to give me the thumbs up. Gukesh tweeted that he was at some tournament in South Africa in 2014. And I said, I was there too. That was great. Me and Gukesh are like, that, son. Some say this will all end in fire. Some say it's ice. Ice is nice and will suffice. What was the best day of my life? When Karen and I got married. Go, Karen. Yeah, I mean, Hans didn't cheat in the Sinkfield Cup. It's silly to think that he did. It's hard to cheat in real life. It's easy to cheat on the internet. When somebody cheats on the internet, that doesn't mean it's more likely they cheated in real life. That just means they cheat on the internet like everybody else. Thanks, Giannis. Go Greece. Yeah, have a good night, Giannis. It's probably late there, 3:30. It's not easy to cheat OTB and not get caught and do it correctly and do it in the Sinkfield Cup. It's probably easy to cheat OTB at your local yokel club, but it's not the Sinkfield Cup. Best day, was it when your child was born? I thought he said best day. His stats aren't weird. Those are just weird videos you watch by weird people. Will Argentina win the Soccer World Cup? No. Thanks, Thunderhead27, or Thunderhead. Hans would cheat on Botez if they were dating? I don't think he would. I think Hans, he would just be holding on. He would be like, I'll do anything I can to hold on. And it wouldn't even be clear what Botez, he might not even know. If you're like, which Botez you dating? He's like, I don't know. Yay, Giannis. Never leave. The hype train is close. That's right, Bonrici. Well said. Come on, hype train. People of the world. Let's get to 1,500 subs. Yay, Seth Magic. Yay, trying to learn 100 centidues. Go bits. Go tensor extension. Get those stats going. Okay, let's get to level 8. That was cool yesterday. Or level 9. 9. Andrea is a Kardashians. Is that English? No, Tony, I never discussed the cheating scandal. It's beneath me. Yay, Giannis, 1,000 centidues. Yay, Fat Matt gave 5 subs. Go Fat Matt. Yay, subs. Nice one, Panda Chess Academy. If I consider writing a book, no. There's a book out that I co-authored over 20 years ago. I did watch a lot of Fabi's podcast. It was nice watching Fabi analyze. Those kinds of things are not evidence for anybody cheating. That's just fun to look at games. That's zero evidence. The way you find cheaters isn't the way anybody's doing it. I mean, behind the scenes, the way Regan is doing it, the way chess.com does it, the way Lichess does it, they know what they're doing. They still don't catch everybody, but they know what they're doing. But the stuff that you see that's out in the last 3 or 4 days by random people, that is just nonsense. That's got nothing to do with anything. That's just to fool the general public, which is you. Don't be fooled by that. All that stuff you see is nonsense. There's no credence in any of that. There's no cheat detection when you have 2 GMs of different strengths looking at a game and like analyzing each move from games that are 2 or 3 years ago. That's just nothing. It's just doing it for fun. It's like, it's fun to watch Fabi analyze. I've never been so angry. Fabi is looking at games that another Grandmaster played. There's no cheat detection. That's not how you detect cheat. By looking at an individual move, going on, that one was pretty unusual and the engine likes it. So what? Ridiculous. No, I mean, that was a terrible statement by Magnus. Yeah. Hopefully he's ashamed. I mean, like every 10 seconds, Fabi's like, this isn't really detecting cheat. This is just, we're looking at the games. And then Christian would say, yeah, maybe he's cheating. The most ridiculous thing ever. Triple digit for life gifted a sub. Han spoke. He said enough. He did a 30-minute interview. He denied everything. He called Magnus a little bitch. He did everything right. It's possible FIDE is going to come down on Magnus for insinuating a guy's cheating with no evidence because he felt like it. He's like, yeah, that guy wasn't nervous at the right moments, and I almost didn't play in the tournament. FIDE should do something. To Magnus, not to Hans. Level 4 hype train. Go hype train. No, I mean, it's good for me. And it's good that everybody's wrong. Everybody's like, yay, Hans is a cheater. Go Magnus. Magnus is fighting for truth in chess. Bullshit. He's not fighting for nothing. He lost, and he's acting like a little bitch. He's complaining because he lost a game in the Sinkfield Cup. He's not complaining about cheaters in general. He didn't complain about Hans before that game. He complained after he lost. He's not complaining about cheating. He's complaining about Hans cheating against him in a game where he didn't cheat. Just remember, on Wikipedia, at some point it's going to say Magnus Little Bitch Carlsen on his Wikipedia page. It's because it has to say that. There has to be truth in advertising. He did not complain before. That is incorrect. Not only did he not complain before, not only, he played 10 days before. He played Hans 4 times in a tournament, didn't say anything, played him on the beach. No, it's just ridiculous. He's a crybaby. No, the hype train's dying at level 4. Boo, boo. Stop being little bitches and give... No, the hype train died. It died. Boo, you're all the worst. Yeah, where'd Giannis go? No. It is Hans's fault about the hype train. I agree. Yay, Giannis. Thoughts on Greek GM Theodorou? Yeah, he's a good player. The truth hurts. It's clear that he didn't cheat in the Sinkfield Cup. That's just obvious. And nobody thinks he did except Magnus. Theodorou's a good player. It's hard to know what Hikaru thinks because he changes his mind depending on where the wind's blowing. He just does it for content. I actually tell you what I think. Hikaru could think a different thing every day. He could say, I don't think Hans cheated. Then a video comes out and he's like, ooh, maybe he did. Maybe Magnus is right. Then another video comes out and he's like, oh, maybe he's wrong. He's just making content. What he says is also worthless. I've played Zalugi many times. Me and Zalugi were like that, son. I played Zalugi in 84. God damn. Josh McDaniels, probably. Also true, Farnsley. Also true. Nakamura is the best at every time control. He's the best at blitz, rapid, slow, internet. Now, it's possible in 10-second chess and 30-second chess, Carlsen is not the best. I didn't say he wasn't. I said it's possible. It's possible Naroditsky, Farouz, or Andrew Tang are better than him at 10-second or 30-second. I don't know that they are, but I suspect they are. I suspect in 30-second online chess, Magnus is not the best. But I could be wrong. He could be. I could be wrong. But everything else, he's the best. No, Naka's not the best at Blitz and Bullet. Incorrect. Also incorrect. At 10 seconds, yes, I'm the worst. Yeah, Danya's probably right. Danya would know more than I would. Very good, Ted Bradley. You finally figured it out. No. Have you ever met Magnus Carlsen? What? What kind of question is that from Panda Chess Academy? Did somebody take over your account? Me and Magnus are like that, son. Danya said yesterday Carl's better than Magnus at Blitz. Well, Danya's wrong. He's allowed to be wrong. Nah, Jesus can't hear. How do you misspell Wesley? How'd you do it? You should let Magnus appear on stream. The only thing Magnus wants to do is appear on my stream. That's all he wants to do. He's begging me every day. That's what's happening. Also, President Biden, Donald Trump, the King Charles, the new head of Italy, they all want to be on my stream. I just don't have time for all of them. Sorry. Are you better than Hans Niemann? I'm not better than Hans Niemann at anything. I'm older than him. I'm better at being older. Better at not cheating. That's right. I cheat less than anybody. My games speak for themselves. I win every game, and every game I should lose and draw, and it's embarrassing. And I don't know whose turn it is half the time. I don't know what move my opponent made. I have to look at the score. Like, what did they do? And then I forget what's going on. I don't take things. Terrible. Thanks, Giannis. I'm not going to play anymore, Giannis. I don't feel well. I feel weird. I'm going to end the stream soon. I need to like lay down or have something to drink or something. I'm out of Perrier. Terrible. Da-da-da-da. Every grandmaster knows every grandmaster in person. Everybody knows everybody. I've known Delugi for 40 years. Literally 40 years I've known Delugi. Let's see, who should I rate? C.L. Smith, Canty, XQC? So many good choices. Nice trying to learn. Could be Perrier withdrawals. Yay, thanks, Giannis. Thanks for all your 1,000 cent dues. Wow. You really donated a lot of money this stream. Thank you. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.